And if you don't mind, I'd actually like to rewind back to Wonder Woman, which you did a few years ago.
Right.
How did you enjoy the assignment?
It is amazing to write a character with that long of a history and that means so much to so many people. So it's felt very surreal for a while because it was like something, I had admired Wonder Woman's character, fallen in love with her as a young girl, and then to grow up and actually be putting words into her mouth was just something that I couldn't hardly believe that I was doing at first. And then the more I wrote her and the more I traveled and heard from other people from other countries and different backgrounds about what Wonder Woman meant to them, I think that working on that book probably affected me more than anything else I've ever done just because of that, yeah.
Well, I had read Wonder Woman on and off for years, and I did find that you gave her a voice that no one else really had. Did you go back and research the character and reread maybe the stories you read as a kid to prepare for the book at all?
I think there was about 8 months between when I was asked to write Wonder Woman and when I actually sat down to write Wonder Woman. But not all of that was researchy stuff. Some of it was because I wanted to read the first issues that were written by Marston himself so that I could see what, try to get into his head what he was trying to do with the character and also what worked because people just had told me stories about, once I started reading those early Wonder Womans, I just couldn't put them down. I knew I shouldn't read them, but I had to. And there's all these talks about bondage and this and that. So I wanted to go back and touch bases with that early Wonder Woman. And then I sampled from different parts of her history. And I'd already read most of the Wonder Woman from George Perez forward. So I had that kind of in the can, but it was mostly, how do we tell compelling stories with a character that has that kind of a history and that is an icon and represents so much to so many people? What kind of tone? How are we going to do that? And once I kind of felt like I had that and the company was happy with it, then we started going. And the first arc, Wonder Woman, The Circle, is probably one of the most female things ever in mainstream comics. It has very deep female themes running throughout it, and very proud of that particular arc.
It was my favorite as well. Now, from the Marsden stories, did you draw anything specifically from that, or did you enjoy them?
I did enjoy them. They were wacky, and but what I enjoyed was that it had a bit of a fantasy element to it that was, very oddball and fun. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the empowerment part of it, and just that. It was definitely not like anything else that had existed before, and pretty way ahead of its time. And so then I felt that, Wonder Woman really should be something that's kind of ahead of its time, forward thinking. That was my thinking. I like the other interpretations of her as well, but that's kind of how I approached her.
Well, I really do hope that if they do decide to do another Wonder Woman feature, they do at least consult you, because I do enjoy your version, and I think it's good to be honest, to have a female perspective on the character.
Thank you. Well, they may have, I'm sure they did with the Wonder Woman pilot too, and for me, I hadn't seen that one, and I so want a good Wonder Woman film or a good Wonder Woman series, but I'm willing to wait as long as it takes for that to happen, so just please, when it does happen, make it great.